Hello. I wanted to tell you about the concert last night. There was a celebration concert being held in the grounds of Windsor Castle, and the castle formed the backdrop for the concert, and then there was a stage, and it was a most remarkable event. There were the effects and the organisation were amazing. I'm going to talk in another video about the haste with which this coronation was organised, which has not done it any favours, but even in that sort of haste, it's done very well. Brilliant. We didn't go to Windsor, but we stayed home, we watched it on television, and we had beer and crisps. That's potato chips to you in America. And we enjoyed ourselves and we had a lovely time. And the thing about it was we knew we were celebrating with other people. We were there in the sitting room of a London terraced house, but we could hear fireworks going off all over the place and drifts of laughter and jollity going on, with the way English terraced houses are arranged. They're arranged in rows with back gardens that meet. So the line between the houses is the two sets of gardens meeting each other, but that means that sound bounces between the houses, and we could hear all sorts of things going on, including fireworks banging and all that sort of thing. We knew we were in a national celebration. It was very important, really. It seemed like, now I know, okay, yes, I know there will be people who will have been lonely and, all the rest of it. Let's just leave that off on one side at the moment. And there are people who disagree with the idea of the monarchy, and they were out demonstrating on Coronation Day. And, well, they have that right. I think some were arrested. I don't know why. It seems a bit heavy-handed, but maybe there was some information the police had that we don't. So I can't criticise them right now for being heavy-handed. In any case, I'm thinking of making another video about heavy-handed police in another situation, so you'll have to wait for that. But the fact is that the majority of people seem to be seizing on the opportunity to celebrate. Now, whether it's celebrating the accession of a king or just the idea that, well, at least we can have a party after a couple of tough years, I cannot say. But it was definitely something that the country needed, and it was important, and it was fun. It was fun. And it wasn't just, of course, the concert in Windsor. There were a few different towns. Newcastle, by the way, if you ever go north on the train, you go through Newcastle. It has the most amazing bridges that go across the rivers, and it's a beautiful place, believe it or not. And then there's Blackpool with its illuminations. I'm going to put a silent version of the BBC cut down concert, and you'll see what looks like a mini Eiffel Tower. I'm not sure when that was built, but I'm assuming it was sometime in the 1920s, when Blackpool was a holiday destination for the whole country. Alas, no more. Now we've got international flight, but Blackpool still puts on illuminations every year, most amazing fantasy lights down, I think it's called the Golden Mile, isn't it? And one of the things is the Blackpool Tower. And then there's a bunch of eco-nuts who were creating electricity, generating electricity on bicycles to light up Cambridge Botanical Gardens. And that's here on this video. No, it'll be here, won't it? And then the other cities, there's Sheffield and Birmingham and Edinburgh, which made a backdrop of the famous Edinburgh Castle, and there's Cardiff with the Welsh Dragon, and Belfast, and so on. And as I said, the fireworks and parties going on throughout the neighbourhood. It was a genuine people's celebration. And when I was sitting there watching this concert, it put me in mind of I've seen 2 concerts held by the Russians about, to buck people up about the war in Ukraine. There was one, I think it was in February, and there was another one in September. And there's the usual thing, children singing war songs. There's a lot of jingoistic pop stars being dramatic and belligerent speeches and a lot of bombastic performance and everything. And there was a sort of air of forced revelry. Putin must be eating his heart out seeing what the king managed with this concert. It was a marvellous everyone together type of thing. Though there were some things I didn't like in the performance, some things I thought were not necessary, but that doesn't matter. There were a lot of people enjoying themselves. We were enjoying ourselves, and people all over the country were enjoying themselves with the Russian concerts. I didn't hear of fireworks being let off in St. Petersburg or Minsk, or, well, actually that's in Belarus, but you get what I mean. That was a concert for a sort of invited elite, a set of bosses, not the people. The celebration we were having here in Britain, that was people doing what they wanted to do, celebrate the history and the togetherness of our country. We've just got to remember that. If we remember that, then we'll be confident enough to withstand the onslaught of people who are trying to tear our culture down. But first we have to have a sense, a proper sense of our own culture and a confidence in it. And that concert was a sign of that particularly. Well, this is my interpretation anyway. Yeah, that's about it. Now, I'll tell you, I'm Granniopteryx on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds, and I let you know when I've uploaded a new video on Twitter and Gab. Check that you're subscribed. Even though YouTube is telling me I'm getting more views, my subscriptions numbers are dropping. Every day, 3 or 4 more go. And I think it's because YouTube is stripping subscribers. So just check that if you have subscribed, that you are still subscribed. What else? Yeah, you can contribute financially, of course, if you want. All the links for all that stuff in the description. The one thing that you don't need to go to the links for is the like button. Please like this video, please share it, and if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. And, well, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Granniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.granniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.